Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a 2-page layout, primarily using the Farmer's Market collection from Doodlebug. I got most of this at She Loves Color, and I'm so happy I remembered I bought it because I am doing kind of a garden theme layout. And I have a Simple Stories collection. I can't remember what it's called right now. Oh, Homegrown. There's a paper right there. The Homegrown collection. That is what that red paper is. But I feel like I have a bunch of it, but maybe not the pieces that I wanted for this layout, if that makes sense. So I remembered that I had quite a few embellishments left from this collection from She Loves Color. We did a mini album, and I actually bought the add-on to the mini album as well. And so I think I have all 4 ephemera packs that come with the collection and have quite a few pieces left over. So that is really awesome. She Loves Color is a little bit pricey, but I really felt like I got a lot out of it, product-wise and obviously, class-wise too. So I'm just kind of going through the scraps that I have left. I don't think I have even a whole 12 by 12 piece of paper left of this collection. I am kind of scrap lifting a layout I saw at the scrap room, where there's the circle, and then I'm going to make it look like there are, I believe, 3 other layers of paper behind my photos. So this is actually a really good layout to use with scraps. So I am going to bring that green paper in for a layer, and then this plaid paper as well. And lucky for me, I only needed kind of short pieces to make it from the edge, I guess, of the circle to the edge of the paper. So I was able to really use up a lot of these scrap pieces and make sure that they were kind of, the same width. So that, I don't know, it was really fun to use up so many scraps. Excuse me. So once I do this, I am going to kind of have the plaid paper go across the page, and then obviously it's going to go up on the top and the bottom. It's not going to go all the way over either to the right hand side. So again, that helps with not having a full 12-inch piece. My photos are just going to go directly on the layout. I did not mat them or anything because they are going right there, because the layers are then going to be, I guess, behind them, behind them. So I didn't feel like there was a need to mat them at all. So now with the green piece, I am going to end up putting that so it looks like it's coming, I guess, out of the end of the plaid paper, where it looks like it is another layer. I did not want it as thick though. So I wanted to make sure that obviously some was seen all the way around that photo. And so once I kind of lined that photo up, I was able to then cut it down a little bit to the width that I wanted. And then that is just going to, I'm eyeballing it to be even on the top and the bottom, and then I can commit to the placement of my photo there. In the layout that I'm scrap lifting, they had kind of an extra piece of pattern paper that was dovetailed and coming from, I guess, out the side of the photo, and just on the right hand layout. But however, I felt like I wanted to kind of bring some of that pattern maybe over to the other side of the layout as well. So I'm actually going to dovetail this end and line it up to where it comes out the photo, overlapping that red paper there. The title will end up going on that red, and I just like my title to kind of be anchored. So not having anything over there, I just felt like it would look like it was floating, and so by adding that piece, it would, kind of anchor my title then. I did end up buying the Doodle Pops as extra. I knew, we've been trying to garden, haven't been too successful with certain plants and vegetables, but we have tried a couple of years. And so I knew, with especially having all of these embellishments from the collection, from the class kits and whatnot, that I don't know, I just love the Doodle Pops and the Bella Pops. I just think they're a great addition. So I did grab those. My title is going to be Our Garden. And I guess initially when I put that paper on the left-hand side, I thought the title would be down there. And I guess I forgot that it was too long and I didn't want to overlap my photo. And so it is going to end up being at the top of the layout there. So I went through what looked like the title ephemera pack and did find quite a few pieces that I thought maybe I would use on the layout. One of which was that banner, and then a very long kind of piece of ephemera that has all of the vegetables. This one is kind of florals and tags. Again, I have 4 different ephemera packs, which is just crazy to me. This one looks like I don't have very much left in it. So I do see a couple of pieces right offhand that I am going to use. Again, I wanted kind of my title to be anchored somehow. And that fence I thought would line up really nicely on top of that dovetailed plaid paper on page 1. Then I found this large kind of farm stand piece of ephemera that I thought worked well on the far right side of the layout. I felt like it filled in that space really nicely. I'm glad I found a large piece there. Just kind of made embellishing a little bit easier. So really the pieces that I have pulled out here are really the pieces that I am going to primarily use. I just have to figure out kind of where exactly I want to place them. I did move that banner piece over a little bit. With having that farm stand there, it kind of maybe made it too busy over there. So I moved it into the middle of the layout, and I really like the way that that looks. I did want to do a little bit of journaling, so I kind of was looking for a journaling card in this pack of ephemera, and really liked that brown one. The lines are all of the colors that are in the collection, which I think is great. And then I had the thought, what if I had that large piece of ephemera kind of cross both pages, cut it, but then have it cross both pages. And then I decided to kind of bring in a couple of the Doodle Pops that way too, just to kind of elongate that line of vegetables at the end. So obviously this layout is kind of the building of our garden. We dug out a hillside, so we kind of have a hillside garden with different stages and levels, and the boys chipped in and helped build it. So that's what these photos are. I have lots of different photos too that are kind of our garden hauls. My youngest loves to go back there and pick all the vegetables. So that's been really fun. We had good luck with green beans this last year and tomatoes. We struggle with cucumbers. Tried our hand at broccoli, and that was a flop. Peppers are hit and miss for us as well. So any tips and tricks on gardening, let me know, especially cucumbers, because we would love to figure those out. Those are the boys' favorites. But we just haven't been able to figure those out. So I did end up adding 3 of the phrase pieces of ephemera over to the farm stand on the far right. I popped the middle one up on foam tape. I just love the sayings of them. Love grows here. Love you from my head to my toes. So tomatoes broken up, and then eat, sleep, plant, repeat. So those were just really fun to add over there. Then we have the garden is popped up on foam tape as well. And then I just added R right to the layout. Kind of trying to play around with different pieces here as well. But I don't know. I just really love the bottom cluster. It just makes me so happy. The vegetables are so cute. I did remember, I think we got these for free from the first night, the first look, these little hearts that match the collection. So I am going to kind of scatter those throughout the layout, a couple to the top cluster, a couple to the far right. And then it looks like I have not added, there were a couple of larger hearts from the sticker sheet here that I'm going to add on either end of the vegetable cluster here. I just love the way that it just kind of rounds out that cluster at the bottom. And then I will just end up adding some of those kind of enamel hearts down at the bottom as well. And then to finish off that top cluster, there were these little, I'll call them arrows. They're triangles, but arrows. So just filled in that extra kind of gap with those three. And then I really think that is going to finish off this layout. So definitely a great layout idea for scraps. Obviously I needed a 12 by 12 piece of paper for that large circle. Otherwise, every other pattern paper you see are a bunch of scraps. So I hope you guys enjoyed this layout. I will try to link the farmers market collection down below. I know I've looked in the past and have struggled finding different bits and pieces of it. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this 2-page layout, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.